With
Kevin Wenthe.
Kevin, what event do you have going on this fall?
October 12th, 13th, and 14th, we have the Rusty Reel Lake Jam. We're bringing in really good country music artists with a little bit of rock coming. We're pulling a lot of entertainers out of Nashville, Tennessee to come up for us. There'll be the supporting acts for Blackberry Smoke on October 12th on the Thursday night. They'll be closing out. Then on Friday night, the 13th, Big and Rich, they're bringing Cowboy Troy with them. So we're really excited about that, having them here in Effingham. And on Saturday night, we can't announce our closer yet. It's under contract that we can't. It will be coming very soon, and we are super excited to announce him when it comes. Everybody's going to be blown away by who this is.
How did you get all these artists to come?
Let me back that up just a little bit. My background, where I grew up, how I grew up, loved country music my whole life. Love going to country music festivals. Fortunately, in the last few years, we've been able to go to several across the country. And when this place came available to purchase, we looked at it, and Jason Gines, my partner in the Reel Marina, the Rusty Reel Bar and Boat Yard, we looked at it and decided to purchase the whole property here. And when I looked at it for the very first time, I knew that we could have a music festival here. That was my whole goal. I didn't tell Jason. When I finally broke down and told him last October that I was going to play in one, and he just said I'm crazy. And luckily, I met some very good people that helped me in this event. I would have been way over my head. I absolutely know that now. Luckily, like I said, I put a group of people together that knew what they was doing, and they went out and we started looking at the talent of who we could get. We very quickly found out a first-year music festival, they're not real kind to you. They've probably been burnt in the past, not been able to follow through with the concert, so the acts were very hesitant to be with us. So we basically started going through and said, who will? And I got to say, Big and Rich, they were tremendous and still are on helping us with this event. You know, anytime we got any questions about it, we just have to call them, and they tell us what we need to do and how to handle the situation, and they've been just awesome. And our artist coming soon, we're dealing with him on a weekly basis, and he is awesome too. I can't wait to announce him. It's going to be a really big deal for Effingham. A lot of people got the questions of, how are you going to pull this off here? Well, first of all, it's not at the stage where we have small acts up there. Where the stage is going to set, the stage is actually 120 foot long. It's going to set in the boatyard next to the ramp down by the Rusty Reel. The stage itself is 40 by 40. Then we have banner areas with the two big TV monitors on the ends, totaling 120 feet, which basically goes all the way across the parking lot down here. So with that being said, we can actually hold about 10,000 people here. We're going to limit the tickets to quite a bit less than that for the first year, just to make sure how we can handle and do it right. We want everybody to have a pleasant time. We don't want us to get overwhelmed. Okay, this is our stage area. This is going to be from the rock wall, right below Pinky's here, all the way across this parking lot to the water is our stage. Now, hopefully that puts it into perspective for everybody of what we're doing. It's not up there in the woods. We're not putting Big and Rich on a little bitty stage up there. This is the area we're putting them on, along with all our 7 to 8 artists every day. So all of this is the stage area, backstage area. VIP people will be just past it. We'll have that fenced off from the general admission, and then the general admission will be anywhere you want to set out there. We want to make sure this is a great time for everybody that wants to come and be a part of this. Our sponsors are, they're stepping up, and we're getting tremendous support from the community. Couldn't be more proud to do this in Effingham, my hometown.
So knowing Big and Rich and how big they are in the country era that we live in, how important is it to get them? But also, what did you do to get them?
It was quite the process. To get them, you have to go through their agency. We really didn't make contact with Big and Rich until we was a ways into the contract. All this is done legally. It's all contracts. It's not you call the band deal and they come and play. There's agencies that you've got to go through. There's a lot of legal hoops you've got to go through. So when Jamie Stang Ellis is the one that books all our music for us, and she called me and said, "Kevin, we got a shot at Big and Rich." And I just lit up and I was like, "Get him. I don't care. Get them." And she goes, "Well, we got a little process to go through. I just wanted to let you know where we was at and what you thought of them." And I was like, absolutely. For them to come to Effingham would just be, the size of superstars that they are, and to come to our little town in Effingham out at Lake Sarah is just tremendous to me. We got Washington Savings and Loan that, is making it. Dust and Sons, these are the companies of Effingham that feel just, I know these people personally, and they feel just like I do about Effingham. We're trying to do everything we can to promote our town and bring people here and have a good time.
How important has Jamie Stang Ellis been in this process?
Very important, and not to leave out Tim, because Tim has been a tremendous support behind it also. Them two as a team have just been, I couldn't imagine where I would be at right now without their help. Jamie, made the contacts to the agencies. She's got a pretty big history in Nashville. She managed Coyote Ugly for 2 years. She managed Tootsie's for 2 years. So she's got a lot of contacts in that town, and what she brought to the table for us was just tremendous of what she did. Been able to handle the pressure of dealing with these groups and the agents of negotiating back and forth. So yeah, she's a trooper, man. She's going to deserve a beer when this is done. It's big to me. This is my hometown. Fortunately, through my life, I've had to do a lot of traveling on the road. I'm starting to try to dwindle down on that and be home more. And this music festival is one of the ways that I'm going to start being home. So the community here has been tremendous. First, we got called crazy a lot. And there's no way you can pull this off. It's too big for this little area. And I never gave up. We just kept fighting for it. And then everybody started to realize, hey, they're serious. This is going to happen. And, I'll use the EPC. When they found out, they come behind us and said, "You know what, we just won't have nothing that weekend. We can't compete with what you're doing. So we'll give you our parking lot. And so we're going to have shuttles running from EPC Center parking lot to out here to bus people in so we can control the traffic flow out here." So it's just like that. The Holiday Inn, they've stepped up and been tremendous with helping us of placing artists to stay, and all the people that are involved in this. It was unbelievable to me how many people's got to be here to put this together. The crew just for the stage and handling the equipment is 50 people that we got to bring in. These guys are professionals. They do it every day of their life. We've got to bring them all in. They handle everything as far as backstage, lighting, sound, audio, everything. And so, the Holiday Inn really stepped up and helped us there. We got Kerner Distributing that stepped up and is helping us on this event also. We're still working on quite a few other sponsors.
Out of all the acts, besides obviously the one that's not been announced yet, which one is the one that you like the most?
Everybody's gonna kind of find this a little funny, but it's Hog Slop String Band. I was at a music festival last year with some good friends of mine and my wife out in Montana, and didn't know who they was, but they come up on stage and we absolutely loved them. They are a bluegrass, kick-ass bluegrass is the best way I can say it. And when we started putting this together, and Jamie's like, is there anybody you really want? And I said, yeah, I want the Hog Slop String Band. And she's like, who is this? And I said, just find them. They're actually out of Franklin, Tennessee, right outside of Nashville. So you got to be able to find them. And she found them, and she called me back, and she said, Kevin, we got them booked. And I was just ecstatic to have them guys here. They are quite the show. They come on I believe it's Saturday night, and you're not going to want to miss their show. It is just totally awesome to watch them play, and it's for sure going to be a good time.
What is the anticipation of the crowd coming in for this?
We're very confident it's going to sell out. We're selling out at 6,000 general admission. Then we have VIP tickets. All together with everybody here, we're going to have around 9,000 people. That's pretty well our goal this year. We're absolutely confident that it's going to sell out. We're talking with people around. They're waiting to see who the last act is, and I can't wait to announce it. I'm so excited about this guy coming. He is a tremendous guy. So yeah, the long-term goal is just to make it here for everybody at Effingham forever and ever.
Maybe for the future, what's your number one goal?
I want this to be a yearly event. We want the major headliners here to come to Effingham. You know, the up and comer, or he actually is not an up and comer anymore, Bailey Zimmerman. You know, hometown boy, kind of Louisville, Illinois. We reached out to him to try to get him here this year. He was booked, couldn't do it. You know, there's so many big names out there that we want to bring to this town. It's hard to mention names because there's legal issues, stuff like that you can't even really say their names until you got them booked. So I want this to be a yearly deal. Every year this is going to happen in October, and hopefully it's till the day I die and my kids are taking it over. That's my goal for this whole music festival and what we're doing out here.